It feels nice to finally come on. If you're on, please let us know. Myself and Ruth, we are so glad to spend this early morning with you. It's Friday, it's cold in Nairobi, but I hope you're all keeping warm. So my name is Wairimu, the Audacity Mentor. I am your host for today. And from July, I said I'll be celebrating my clients. And so I'm so excited to have this conversation with Ruth. And so as you have questions, when you're listening, you have questions, please make sure that you write them to Ruth. You have compliments, you resonate with her story, please just give her feedback, because coming on live is such a good stepping stone to be able to share your story. So welcome, Ruth. How are you today?
I'm well.
Yeah, it's nice to have you and to host you.
Yeah, thanks, Wairimu.
Yes,
Yesterday was my birthday, so also good to have you today.
Oh, yeah. So we get to celebrate not just myself, we get to celebrate many people. So happy birthday, Ruth. That's a big milestone to come on live and also celebrate your birthday, and we thank God for that. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we can start with the basics. You can tell us about yourself, tell us your name, you're a mom of how many, and what does it mean? Because I'm a mom coach, what does it mean to be a mom? I think that's a nice place to start.
Okay. My name is Ruth Maura. At home, they call me Waidera. So I answer to all those names. I'm a mom of 3. Different generations. I'm a parent at university and also at primary school. And I enjoy, at least I've enjoyed being with my family in the last few years of those who are in college. I worked for many years, for 25 years. And yeah, we met around this time of Corona. It was one of those church WhatsApp groups. And I liked the fact that you are dealing with personal finance. So I reached out, and we ended up doing it with myself, my sister, my daughter, my niece.
Yes.
It was a good way of meeting. It impacted not just me, but the women, the significant women also in my life.
Yeah. I really found that unique, Ruth, because I think a lot of people don't know that maybe if you're okay, it doesn't mean that the circle surrounding you is okay. And so you sponsored, your daughter is sponsored, your niece, like you came so many, and I'm so thankful. You did the Money Mindset Makeover class, the 30-day Money Mindset Makeover class. And I know I've been following up everybody, and it's so nice to hear how you're growing. There's something you've mentioned that you worked for 25 years. Maybe tell us a little bit about that, because most people assume that I just deal with stay-at-home mothers or moms who want to go into business, but you had just left employment after 25 years, yeah?
Yeah, I had a very busy job. I worked for a bank for 25 years. And also that's the time my children were growing up. So I would say I was in the fast lane, very, very busy. And so we just met when I was starting to slow down. Yeah. So it was important to meet someone in a different field, a different mindset. And I would say it was a good time to meet. I always asked Wairimu, who pays you for the many hours that you put in to help people to settle down? And she'd be, no, it's my passion. Okay, I think it was just different about passion when we are more used to, okay, corporate is about delivering and working, and yes, quantifying everything. So I enjoyed getting someone with a different view and who has time to walk through people in their state of life. Yeah.
So what would you encourage a mom who is working right now and they are almost feeling there must be something bigger, or I had old dreams that I need to revive, what would you tell such a mom?
I think one of our first meetings, you asked me what I wanted to do when I was young, and it took me a lot of time to really figure out. When I was finishing college, I wanted to be a lecturer. I wanted to teach, go read until the end of the world. But that time you could only go to school if you stop working. But I could not stop working because I needed to put food on the table. So I didn't go to school. And so I worked throughout, and just when I was preparing to leave, I decided to just go back to school, do what I wanted to do those years ago. So until we talked, I didn't know that I was still following up my dream.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to come today, what you wanted to do. It doesn't have to come today. It can come after 25 years, maybe like this. It can come after 5, can come after 10. I think the most important thing is to be busy today. What are you doing today? The baby steps to where you're going. Yeah, I think that will get people out of depression because you'd enjoy what you're doing at the moment.
Yeah. So now after 25 years, what are you doing? Because you made a bold step and followed your dream. It's nice for people to hear that.
I did go back to class, and immediately 2021 I did my coursework, which I finished. 2022 takes a bit of time to figure out the project. It takes a bit of time, energy. So this year, I'm almost there. I'm almost saying that I've done the project that should be done, and I should be through with it maybe this year. Right? Yeah.
So you'll be, will you be called professor, doctor? Which title? The program you're doing? What will you be called? Dr. Ruth, Professor Ruth?
It's a doctorate program, so I'll be Dr. Ruth. Professor is experience of a teacher. So if I teach, I go in that direction. If I go into research, you don't become professor. You only become professor by teaching.
Through teaching. Yeah. So because for you, your dream that you're saying when you were younger that you're dreaming about is lecturing. Is that once you're done, is that something you want to pursue, and in which area?
Many years ago, I was a teacher for languages, but now I'm in finance, so I would teach finance now. Yeah,
because you worked in the bank. You give the bank your youth. But I keep saying it's never a waste. There's no experience that's a waste, because now that you're going into teaching people, you're also going to use the experience that you had for those 25 years.
Yes, I'd also say the reality of where we are is that you could not leave work, you have children to feed. Yeah, so I think I would call this God's time. Yes. Because it was, you still needed to pay the school fees, pay your expenses. With the experience I've had being out of work, it would just have worked that way. Yeah.
Because I think what happens is, what is it called? COVID really made us sit and think, because tomorrow was almost not guaranteed. And so you start thinking a little bit more about your life and whether you need to continue as you are, or whether you need to change the trajectory of your life. And one of the things that you chose is to just go and learn new things. So what do you think about personal growth now that you have really invested in yourself? You've done things that you would ideally not do when you're full-time in employment. How is this second phase of your personal growth?
I would say it also takes courage to go back to class. It's not easy. reading difficult things in finance. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that I've had time to be with my children. I think it's a phase I would have missed forever. Since they were born when I'm working, they grew up when I'm working. So at least the last 3 years, they know they'll find me home, or I'll be available in the morning. I will not have left at 5:30 and come back at 8:30 in the night. Yeah, so that is one thing I would say has been very instrumental. The second thing is that when you're not very busy, you think about other things become important, like health, like exercise. Yeah, so there are things that I look at differently. I have had to reduce expenses so that I would be able to accommodate to the new lifestyle. So I know I've taken great strides in my health, great strides in family. You know, those things used to tell me, and I will tell you who pays you for that.
Yeah, because I know health, you had a goal and you really worked hard towards it, and you left me behind. Yeah, I'm still catching up slowly. But you know, I've been so excited to just see you growing, and I know you share a lot of this is what I'm doing in terms of your goals and just that excitement. And I'm so happy. Yeah, when you ask me, you know, who pays you, I think like you'll notice once you go into lecturing, because this was a dream that you had, the fulfillment of doing the work God has given you. It's like it supersedes the cash, although cash is coming, it follows. I know that's a concern, being able to invest as a mom. Is it worth it to invest your money with a coach?
I would say it gave me a new network. One, I used to set goals for the office, but when you are working, you do not set personal goals for, I think, quarterly or monthly. So there's one project we went with you, where you would ask me, where are you now? What are you thinking? Yeah, you do a read session like what you have now. It would have make me think, okay, so what am I doing this year? What am I doing this month? What are the milestones? And it helps you not to sleep. Forget what you are aiming at. You have some targets to meet. So I think that goal setting coaching was very important. I know I attended several free ones. I know I did 2 or 3 paid.
Yes.
You also gave me several free ones. Not just you also introduced me to a network at Salt and Light, where one day they did for me the company profile for free. And introduced me to someone who did the website very nicely for almost free. So that also helped me in the way I was growing the company. And then I met Edith, who we talked even recently. We did proposal writing, CV writing. So I would say that the coaching also introduced me to a network of ladies who are transitioning.
Yeah.
And it's been very, very great. And the many free sessions, and they also give you a new perspective. You know, you can't just be thinking about washing dishes. You need to get to talk to somebody after you wash dishes. So get into some live, some when people talk, you get something new. So I think I didn't have a network of people who are transitioning. All my friends were working, maybe. So I think getting a new network, I was able to learn cooking from Rosie.
Yes.
I enjoyed. Yeah, get a few things from people who are doing other things, a whole new thing. I think getting a coach First, it was good. I was able to set goals, get network, pay for what I can, get into very many free webinars that were very informative in a different way. They were informative in a different way and very fulfilling in life. So I would encourage, if you're leaving, it's good to work with someone who has walked through this journey, somebody who has worked with others, has made an impact. Otherwise, I think it's easy to feel isolated because your friends are working, you can't call them daily, but you get into a new network where people are doing what you're doing. Yeah, so I really enjoyed that, and it gave me the right footing. I really look forward to the webinars.
So people shouldn't fear, just stepping out. Like there's still a life outside of the place where you're fearing, because I know even for me, when I left employment, full-time employment, the things that you used to have in common with your workmates, they almost disappear because you don't know what conversations to have. They almost feel, now what do we talk with you? We can't talk about our bosses, we can't talk about KPIs and things like that. So it's nice to let moms who need to transition or are fearing what will happen beyond that, they still there are people who are pursuing their dreams outside of formal structured workplace. If there's a mom right now who is just feeling, I want to get out, are there things that you wish you asked yourself or you set up before you left employment? And because yours was voluntary, it was voluntary.
Yeah, I would have stayed on if I wanted, but I felt at that point I needed to do something different, to get a different feel of the world. What I would tell them, if the bills will still come, that is one reality. So one thing is to set out how you settle your bills when you are out of work. You can still adjust. You still adjust to many things, like walk more, drive less, but the bills will still fall due. So I think the first important thing is to organize how that will be paid. And the second thing is to get into a circle of people who are doing what you're doing. And I think that is where Wairimu really fitted in. We've been very good virtual friends. Here yet to meet physically.
All these
yeah, but through the years, I think if I needed to talk to somebody on how to navigate maybe an emotion or a job or a decision, I'll just pick a phone and call her. So I think it's good to get into to a coach who would be at a small fee able to help you figure out what you can't figure on your own, and also get into a network of people who are going through the same, who are either transitioning or figuring out new business or trying to think about an idea or just being confident that you can be you without going to an office.
So do you feel lighter? How does it feel in comparison? Like, I can dream and do without worrying because it's your time. Is it harder when you're out to manage your time, the self-discipline?
When I left work, I was doing the coursework. So it was very intense. So I didn't feel like I've left work because I just switched off the office laptop, switched on the school one. So 2022, after I did the coursework, I had a shop. So very busy. So this year I took a break and I said, oh, I wanted to finish school. So I closed the shop, go to the shop and just concentrated on the school. So from that short experience, I can say, when you take one line finish on that one. Maybe if I did have the job, I would have done the college already, finished, but it's a learning point. So you do different things and different priorities. And I think time is a great healer.
Yeah.
It gives you time. With time, you run down one emotion after another, one experience after another, one fulfillment after another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'm satisfied in a different way. Things that make me happy are different now. Yeah, so I think time is also a great healer.
Then you also mentioned that your eldest is in campus university and your little one is in primary. How has it been for them to see mom pursuing her dream?
The ones in college, we talk the same things, especially the coursework. We did exams the same time. the semesters fell at the same period. So we are really having the same experience. The primary one just says, mom is reading, I'm not going to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is also the first time I'm home more than a month, maybe unless I'm on maternity leave. I've never been home this long. So it was different, a bit of change onto how the compound looks. You see big different things. The value system is a little different, and the satisfaction measurement is a little different. Yeah, the last 1 month, I've also been more full-time because I've been home without a help for the last 1 month, which has been good. It has coincided with when I'm almost done with the project. So there's more or less nothing more to do apart from waiting to defend it.
Yeah.
So the fact about that I'm available, you find someone, come and look for me, open the door and say, how are you today? Just sit and we talk and we talk. So it's different. Yeah.
Okay, I can see the joy oozing, and I can't wait to meet you physically one day so that we can share more stories. You have someone on Facebook who is saying, congratulations, Ruth, for the great achievement, and you have also been wished a happy birthday. Fatma is adding on that working with me helps touch lives, and you've challenged us. She's also one of my people. You've challenged us to stretch by setting audacious, bite-sized goals that we've gradually achieved. And I know the one thing that I've also learned from my clients is, I know there's a project that you are doing, and I'm supposed to come and see how far it is we were to do, but COVID really stretched. But also being inspired by those I mentor and saying, one day I would like to do that project that you're doing. So it's also nice to be in a space where you're not just being encouraged or taught, you're also inspiring your coach, if I can put it that way. So yeah, it's been nice to also have you inspire me.
When I left, I wanted to do real estate. I was able to do 6 2-bed, 2 half tenants as at today. The rest, the world will give me the resources to finish. And I'm also doing I'd say a small maisonette, maybe a 5-bed. And yeah, so the real estate is still growing a little. I'll take you now. I wanted to take you when it was the place was not developed.
Yes.
Now, if you come, you'll see people have built, neighbors have all built. So you see a different thing, but to be going very soon. So that is, I would say God is gracious. I've been able to do a few.
Yeah.
Soon, I think maybe the other 4 will be done. So I'll have 6. They pay my bills.
No,
Uh,
I'm so proud of you with that one, because I know you committed, and you're being a mom, you're being a wife, you're now going into investing, you're doing school. Encourage moms, they can do all these things. If you put your mind and time to something, that they can achieve even dreams they would not have otherwise done.
Yeah, I think that is one of the things that we tried to measure when we were doing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, when we were doing the goal setting, we did the real estate and also did the doctorate program. I'd say there are baby steps on each side. On the side of the housing and on the side of the studies, where I can say I'm almost there. I did thank God. It's also been a lot of work. You wake up, you sit like you're a student all day, and in the evening, yeah.
Yeah, it's to encourage a mom who is listening to the replay and also listening live. We have a few on Facebook, because I always tell moms that the life that you desire, it's within reach. But you, like Ruth said at the beginning, you have to be courageous. Dreaming is not enough. You have to be bold, you have to be courageous, you have to plan, you have to put your dreams on paper and say, by December of 2023, I want to be able to achieve X, Y, Z. And then don't just do it on your own. Get people who you're accountable to. And that's what I love about my community. They allow me to enter their space, kabisa, and just start. So have you done? Have you done? This year, Ruth, I just agreed, I accepted, and I've shared with a few ladies that I love accountability so much. I love being kept accountable, but I also love checking on. So you said you're going to do this. So once you enter my tribe and my circle, if you have a dream, I will always keep you accountable for that. So thank you, Ruth, for that privilege. It is not everybody who has that privilege of, always checking and, being updated, because we don't scream out there to everybody what you're doing. So I truly am thankful for that privilege of being, sharing in your dreams almost and your success.
Okay.
Yeah. So any last words, even as we come to an end, and where is Ruth going next? What's your next after you're done? You have something, what's bigger than a PhD now for you?
Let me first do this one. I finish, and
Yeah.
you take me and we buy a dress.
Yeah.
So I still need to defend it. Hopefully this should be done this year or next year. It takes a bit of time to do that. And maybe now I should start getting out of the house. Like this year, I've been more housebound to be able to do that project. So from March, I've been more home. I only meet my beautiful ladies in the Tuesdays and Thursdays for a ball game. And it's been a very good experience. I look forward to my Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays for the exercises. Otherwise, mostly I'm home. So I think once I'm done with the paper, I will give back to the community, get some projects to do. Yeah, we'll keep catching up on that.
We will keep in touch. We'll keep in
touch.
touch.
Yeah,
we shall. So if you're a mom out there who, number one, maybe you're working and you're just feeling dissatisfied, re-listen to what it is that Ruth has said. You have to check, am I able to take care of my bills if I leave my job right now? Because I think a lot of people just leave their jobs without a plan. You have to have a plan. I left making sure that I